YouTube, how the devil are you doing? It's Girl King checking in again. I hope that you are fine and dandy. So today we're going to look at this. Now, I know what part of this is, but the box is remarkably bigger than the item that I was expecting. So let's take a look and see what it is. So this is a box off LaMarzocco, and as I say, it is remarkably bigger than the item that I ordered. So this is the item that I ordered, the Acaia Lunar Scales, or the LaMarzocco version. Before we look at that, what's this? Ooh. It's a set of LaMarzocco Linea Mini espresso cups. How cool is that? So this is the item that I ordered off LaMarzocco. It took 2 days to get here. It's the Acaia Lunar LaMarzocco version scales. So I'm expecting this to be exactly the same as my 2021 version with the contents of the box. So we've got a get started, warranty card, some stickers, we have a USB-C charging cable there. This is some rubber sticky pads that go on the bottom of the scales to stop it sliding about if you want. The rubber mat that sits on top of the scales to protect it, and the 100-gram weight for calibration. So these are the scales. They are exactly the same as they look, other than these have a LaMarzocco logo on the side of the scales there. So that's the quick unboxing of it, but I think a lot of people might actually want to see the connecting of it to the coffee machine and of it in use, so let's go and do that. So first thing we do is open the app, turn the scales on, click on the settings, and you can see the brew by weight feature there. If we click on that, add a scale, it'll start to scan for your scales. When it does find it, click on the scale that it finds. It'll then pair with the scales. Once paired, it brings up this page. So I've come back out of it there. That's the normal home screen now. If you click the settings, you can click on the dose there, which is really easy to change. You can scroll up and down. I've got this set at 34 grams for the first dose. There are 2 doses there, so you can be able to flick between 2 different doses if you're doing a single and a double, for example. Anyway, you just come out of it, and then you can see from this screen we've got the 34 grams there, or the 42, so we can flick between them. The squiggly line is actually a continuous pour, so it's just effectively not brew by weight, which is what the feature is all about, of course. And we can go back to the settings. We can see it's connected and the battery level of the scales is at 100%. I've got this drip tray, just slide the scale straight in there, winning. A quick demonstration: turn the scales on, put your cup under. As soon as you activate that brew paddle, you'll see that the scales zero themselves, which is a really good feature. Yes, this is a long extraction, but it does get to 34 grams in the end, but it's just, I'm playing with it and testing it out, I suppose. So there we have it. That was the Acaia Lunar with the brew by weight feature by LaMarzocco. A couple of points on this: if you do have a Linea Mini, they will not do this feature with the original Acaia Lunar, the 2021. I bought my Acaia Lunars about 3 months ago, and although it can connect to the machine, it doesn't do any of the brew by weight stuff. So if you're wondering if there's an upgrade, there isn't. These scales are what you need if you want this feature. And of course there is a price to that, so that's £400, and they are $400 as well off LaMarzocco Direct. I didn't find anywhere else on the internet that had them in stock, but they did only come out about 4 days ago before this video went live. Another little pointer is that the paddle, the timer comes on the same as if you've connected your phone to the machine and you're using the app as a timer. It's the exact same function. The scales can be used for all your other sort of scale needs, whatever they may be, your coffee needs. So if you had a V60, you can still use the scales for that. They're not exclusively just for the machine. If you were looking at buying the Linea Mini, or you've already got one and you wanted to buy the scales, then I'd say probably buy the LaMarzocco scales because you get that extra feature. You'd have to decide yourself whether it's worth upgrading from the standard 2021 Lunars to the LaMarzocco version. Obviously I've done it, it is a little bit pricey to do that, but I wanted to have a play about with it and see what it's all about. The scales learn off your machine and your dose and your grind and what have you through some weird and wonderful algorithm that is built into the scales. So the first couple of pulls that I did were quite short, they were 30, 31 grams, and I had it set at 34, but then by the time I was on my 5th or 6th sort of shot, they were doing 34.5, and this last one that I've just done was bang on 34 grams, and it was 36 seconds, which is exactly what I was aiming for with this. I do like the auto tear feature, so as soon as you move that brew paddle and you've put your cup on there, the scales will automatically tear to 0, and the timer will start if you've got that feature set on the actual scales themselves. There are a number of settings on the scales, I can't remember them all, but the one that I prefer is to have the timer and the weight. Obviously you can set it to what you want. I did flick about, and with just the weight on, the feature obviously still works, so brew by weight, it's brew by weight. Simple as that. One little thing on compatibility of the scales with your Linea Mini, I check the LaMarzocco website to sort of break down, because there's a couple of specific things. If your machine's an old one with you've bought the board separate, I don't know if it works straight away. That might be something that changes in the future, so keep an eye on it. If your machine is made after 2019 and already you can use it with the app, then you should be okay. I think that's the general gist of it, but check the website. I'll put the link down below so you've got that. I think that is about it really. Can't really say anything more than that. It's quite self-explanatory. If you have any questions, just put them down below. I should get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'll link up here to the Driptray video just in case you wanted to check that out. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you on the next one.